In the beginning, there was no fear, no shame, and no sin. Man walked with God in perfect unity, clothed not in fabric, but in light. The Garden of Eden wasn't just a paradise. It was a realm where heaven and earth touched, where the spiritual and the physical coexisted, a sacred zone guarded by divine order. But in the heart of this perfection stood two trees. One offered life eternal, the other, knowledge. Not knowledge as we know it, but something deeper, dangerous, awakening. God's command was simple. Of every tree you may freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat. Not because the fruit was poisonous, but because it carried a revelation man was not yet prepared to bear. You see, this was not about fruit. It was about authority. The tree of life represented dependence on God. The tree of knowledge represented independence, the desire to define good and evil apart from Him. It was the first temptation of humanity to be as gods, to choose truth without the Creator. And then came the serpent, cunning, ancient, whispering the same lie that echoes to this day. Did God really say? Eve looked and saw that the tree was pleasant to the eyes, desirable to make one wise. She reached, she ate, and gave also to Adam. And in that moment, their eyes were opened. But not in the way they expected. They saw nakedness. They saw shame. They saw self, separated from the glory that once covered them. The light went out. Man stepped from divine illumination into the dim world of self-awareness and guilt. The serpent didn't lie completely. Their eyes were opened. But what was revealed wasn't godhood. It was mortality. It was the weight of knowing good and evil without the power to conquer evil itself. That's the true tragedy of Eden. Man gained knowledge, but lost wisdom. He gained awareness, but lost innocence. He gained the power to choose, but lost the ability to choose rightly without divine help. And so, when God asked, "Where are you?" it wasn't because He couldn't find them. It was because humanity had crossed into a dimension He never meant them to enter, the realm of separation. Yet even in judgment, grace was hiding. The same God who expelled them from Eden also clothed them with skins, a shadow of sacrifice yet to come. Blood was shed, not to destroy, but to cover. Even then, redemption was whispering its way through history. Centuries later, another tree would appear, not in a garden of delight, but on a hill of suffering. The tree of the cross, where the second Adam would reverse the curse of the first, where knowledge would meet mercy and shame would be swallowed by grace. So the story of Eden isn't just about disobedience. It's about humanity's constant battle, the temptation to live by sight, not by revelation. It's about the inner voice that still whispers, "You can decide for yourself what's right and wrong." But true life, real enlightenment, still flows only from the tree of life, Christ Himself. For in Him, the lost garden begins again.